Oh, let's turn on my donations because that's when we need donations on my tour, on my road trip. So donations are welcome today. Even though you can't see me. Okay, just to let you know, when you come out the door, you can't see, but you can see you walk by.
What's that?
When you come out the door, you can kind of see, because I'm live now.
You're live. Oh, I see. You can see me. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Damn you.
So I'm a little hell bent, because I told my friend Keith about the over Simba, and it wasn't pretty. So I told him that when I go on my vacation or road trip, I'm going to say, F that fucking stream. Right? So we're going to pretend like you're not even there. Uh-huh. And I'll try to pay attention. But you know me. So right now I'm on a liquid diet. We got Heineken. Uh-huh.
Wrong logo. Contact line.
Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Hey, how's it going? It's not Friday, it's Thursday. Right?
It is Thursday.
You must be from a different country or on the other side of the country. I don't know what time it is.
It's, I don't know either.
Tomorrow is Friday. Right? It's Friday night in Humboldt County. We think. Uh-oh. So seeing this stupid thing. It's Friday night in Hollywood. Uh-oh. Well, guess what? It's Friday night and tomorrow in Humboldt County. Go farmers market. You got farmers market. We think about that. You got green stuff all year round. Oceanside forest stuff. We think about that. We're like West Coastin. We're like, uh-huh. The only thing I don't have any ducks or Einstein or something. I used to have a dog. It was left off at the thing for 3 years. And someone adopted it. Well, shit, I miss my dog. I miss my truck. Well, let's see what was the best job. Well, whatever, any job. I miss my job. I miss my girl. Shit, I miss my horse. Shit.
You miss everything when you get drunk, don't you? When you drink.
That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
I miss him so much. I love you, man.
I miss Einstein most of all. Isn't it weird how humans can get attached to animals more than other humans? Isn't that just kind of... The one lady, she had a monkey, it ripped off her face of her best friend. She didn't care about her best friend, she cared about her monkey.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Did they euthanize the monkey?
I don't think so. At that time, you know. Who's in here?
Bad
I can't
monkey.
see.
Bad monkey.
Oh, I'm not paying attention. I can't see shit. I'm drunk. So, yeah. We're just dreaming, but we're kind of incognito. It's a Batcave edition. There's no, like, Batcave, pure Batcave stuff. We think. So, I can't see shit. But, anyways, hope everyone's having a good day. I'm going to get Stonehenge. What do you think? Keith is cooking some Flintstone steaks and veggies.
Real veggies.
Real ones.
grilled. Yeah.
Not Mount Santos stuff.
These are fresh local, baby.
Oh shit.
You can tell because they're not that big.
We'll think about that. And then I don't know when I'll get my donations. I'm not really worried about it. Will be gladly to accept donations to help me, even though I can't collect them right now because it's a long story. So whatever.
He's using credit cards, so he has to pay them back when he gets back.
No, I don't have PayPal or hooked
Yeah,
up.
I know. I'm saying so. You will need the money when you get back and figure out how to get paid.
That would be nice. Yeah. I got bills to pay. And I don't have a girlfriend. That would cost a lot of money, huh? Huge.
Not a rich one.
Oh, yeah, unless I had a rich one. You know, like a Jap, like a Jewish American princess, or...
No, they're not going to give you as much money.
No?
No, you need a
Japanese.
A recent divorcee from a tech billionaire.
Oh, we better go to Palo Alto then. Hang out. Hey, Hunter Coyotes, I can see your name. The other ones, I can't see. I don't know who it is. I think it's a new person. Hello, 486, I think. I'm sorry if I can't pronounce your names right and stuff. I'm drunk. I'm a little intoxicated. And even if I wasn't, I'm not really good at paying attention because I got attention deficit disorder. Right? We think about that. And I'm shy, so I'm camera shy. So whatever.
The important thing is he has a good heart.
So we've been hanging out with my friends, got lost in Fort Bragg and stuff. It was great because I don't really know Mendocino County, and I still don't know, but I would like to figure it out because different coastline. In Fort Bragg, and I didn't even call yet. I'm such a 2000 late space brain. I know 2 of them are staying on a boat in Catalina, but I'm thinking one of the sons got to be up in Fort Bragg.
You'll have to tell me how to get onto your stream sometime.
No, you don't want to watch me. Because I watch me and I want to smack the shit out of me. That's how bad it is.
Well,
because to get dog shit, it's just retarded.
Yeah, but
I don't know how everyone watches me. I literally do not know how they somehow put up with me.
Because you're so lovable.
A little ha-ha there. That's why I'm alone and senile and slowly getting more decrepit as we speak. Cheers, Hunter Coyotes. Fuck yeah. Cheers. So we're not in the Lost Coast anymore. We're like in the city stuff. But we got the ocean, we got the forest, and stuff like that. So we're like, for me, it's, what is it?
What is what?
I'm still trying to get used to it. What's it called?
What, humidity?
No, just the change of scenery and everything is different, and I'm like, I don't know the right word. But
I think you just said it. It changes.
You know, it takes you a minute to get used to it. And I've known it, but...
A new environment, you mean?
Yeah, something like that. There's a catchphrase for it. What's it called? Let me
Like
think.
riding a bike, you never forget it.
Yes, but you have to adapt because I forgot, and it's like, and then it's like, okay, when I go to LA, it takes a week for me to make the noise disappear. At first, it drives me nuts, and you get used to it. You know what I mean? And then the last time I went home, I never got used to it. But up here, it's the same thing. The forest, I'm not used to it. The ocean and stuff, I've seen it before, but brand new to me. Like, all brand new. I don't know the catchphrase. You know what I mean?
Deja vu.
Yeah, it's something to, so I have to adapt, and then voila. And then by the time I get settled in, I have to go back home. Thanks.
Damned if you do and damned if you don't. Is that what you're saying?
No, I have to think. I have to ask my Alexa and AI or something.
ChatGPT.
But yes, so it's like it's all brand new to me. And then we did get lost in the Mendocino coastline, so that was awesome. And I was on a good one on that day. They say magic mushrooms, are legal here in Humboldt County. I don't know. Arcata, yeah. I don't know, but we're going to find out. Because I love Julia Childs, right? She puts her wine on there. I put Heineken's, Scotch, bourbon, whatever. But magic mushrooms, I'll smoke Emerald, Gordon Ramsay, because we got magic.
You smoke them?
Ingredients. No, you put them on your steak.
Oh, I see, okay.
You could go to Subway and put them. It's like, Yes, you can cook them. They'll work just fine.
Well, you gotta work tomorrow morning, so you can't have any tonight.
Yeah, no. So whatever, I can because I could function, but yes, that's how I could talk to the wind and talk to whatever, my God or myself, and go, Julia Childs, eat your heart out. Because once I get my coffee bar, So we got a piece of salmon. Rosie had this green apple Crown Royal. I took a salmon, put some elephant Thai mushrooms on there, and it was like the best. Let's see how you cook your salmon, Miss Childs. Because we're going to smoke you. But I love the way they talk, the French. I just love it. Bon appetit, or some shit.
Oh, shit. Well, you guys are out here streaming without him. They probably wanted to go to the bathroom. Or get another beer.
Alright. Oh, there's no number on the motel room. Check this out. So I don't care what the president says. Screw you. You can talk shit about our fire department? Okay. Check this out. Wait till you see it. With the brag for brag. Uh-huh.
You can brag about it too.
Out of your skull like you give a shit about California. I think your best bet is to stay over there in Washington, D.C., New York, and Florida. Don't come over here because you might be in for a rude awakening.
Are you talking about Trump in
Uh-huh.
Fort Bragg? You talking about Trump in Fort Bragg?
That's North Carolina. 'Cause you're not welcome here.
I was wondering, it sounded like a big fort in ours isn't.
Like he's gonna give a crap about our talk shit about our fire department. He said John McCain is not a warrior, he's a loser. Yeah, that's what made me go, okay.
Yeah, because he got caught. He said he prefers people who don't get caught.
You know what? John McCain has some war thing, and our presidents don't. That's why dumbass Obama said, oh, you could annex Crimea, and then look what happened. Yeah.
Can I say a headline I heard the other day?
John McCain, I think, would have been a good president. Oh, don't look at me. Don't look at me.
So, I read this headline the other day. It said, Trump's cosplay cabinet reveals the gap between reality and reality TV.
Mm-hmm.
Trump's cosplay.
Oh, that reminds me of someone. That must remind me of me in my stream. Or something. Well, no one's perfect. Only time will tell.
I'm working on myself.
Me too. Yeah.
I'm trying.
So I'm a little wishy-washy. I'm bipartisan. I could be more conservative than you could ever effing imagine. Yes. And then at other times, I'm not perfect. I party like a rock star and go off the deep end. Yeah. And you know me. I am the village idiot. So whatever.
You have fun?
But I'm having fun now. Yeah. It's been a while. Shit like that. Yeah. And, I don't like to go hungry either. But, Palestine does it. They've been doing it way before October, whatever it was.
Okay, you're medium rare right now. This fire is just so cold.
That's okay. You just leave mine on there. We're going to have to heat it back up. Because I have...
Are you doing the beer thing and you don't want to eat now?
Yes, I eat a little late. So,
not to do that.
okay, well, serve it up. I'll eat it. We'll eat it and drink it. Okay. Yes, because that's only proper. I'm very improper.
Okay, man, you're Blackbird.
I'm like, oh, I'm conservative, but I'm so improper. I have no class. I remind me of someone. Who's the president? I need a job. Maybe I'll sell that. Say, what? You want to hit some golf balls, fool? Let's find out. Don't cheat. Just you think because whatever. Wouldn't that be classic? A loser like me with a beer in my hand and kick the president's ass on the golf course.
But he'd cheat and we'll lose anyway.
Yeah, of course, because that's the rumor.
Yeah.
The one thing I want to know is if you have a Trump thing in Las Vegas, why did the city or the state say you can't get a gambling license? What's wrong with this picture?
Well, because he lost his casino in Atlantic City.
Yeah, he fucked up somehow.
And they must have thought that was under suspicious circumstances.
Yes. He don't have a golf course on his Las Vegas thing. You gotta get a Wynn or Top Golf or something. Okay. Or the one with the Batmobile. because I want to outlaw that one.
You want to outlaw the Batmobile?
No, the truck, if they had a golf course.
Oh, I see.
My goal in life, I shit you not, is the Bel Air Hotel, or the Bel Air golf course. I want to throw my bike over, scrounge you.
Golf course at the Bel Air?
Huh?
At the Bel Air Hotel?
No, that's where my swans live.
Okay.
But it's, yeah. I don't want Beverly Hillbilly golf, whatever. I want the Bel Air one.
These carrots are not going to be cooked. They'll be like
Well,
raw.
just keep cooking them. That's all.
Well, let's get the close and get done.
Okay. So we're having a cook-off. So Keith, he was a real chef, and he's cooking these Flintstone steaks and veggies and stuff. And I'm not really paying attention, but I want to, because I want to learn how to cook better.
Well, you're not watching, so I can't tell you.
What? We cheat. We go on YouTube. Because they're so different. Like, there's so many different ones, and then I'm different, so I might add something. Because I have all them ingredients. You know what I miss? I miss my Instagram, because Courtney Cox would put her little recipe, and that's the one. That's the only thing I miss putting my art on Instagram, but I'm saying as far. I miss her little cooking things that she puts on there.
Okay.
And they're simple, and they're, yeah, I miss that. I'm gonna get a new Instagram.
You like Courtney Cox, huh?
Well, I like Jennifer Aniston. I had a dream she was my girlfriend. I like all of them.
Yeah.
Lisa Kudrow.
I heard she was not into sex, though.
Who?
Jennifer Aniston.
Well, she hasn't met the right person yet.
She said after like the 11th time, she's kind of, over it. She said it's great at first, but then she just gets bored with sex.
Well,
yeah, I agree. I thought the same thing when I read that. Like, who the hell have you been with?
I don't know. Some people say one thing and do another. So.
Oh, damn it, that's why they're up there.
But yeah, I met her, or I seen her at Windsor, and she actually said hello to me. Like, I didn't say anything. And she was with her husband or, someone.
Some dude.
Yeah. And I have no game. So I said...
Did you give her your room key?
No, I said hello. Like, I said hi. And I had no game. I didn't know what else to say.
Yeah.
What am I going to say? I said nothing. Isn't that just retarded? She said hello to me first, which made me surprised.
Make her an indecent proposal.
No, I want to bug her on Instagram. And I want to cook her recipes.
So
Yeah.
she's not doing it anymore?
They kicked me off YouTube, because I don't remember my password's been the same password. So,
Oh, Jesus.
yeah, it's one of those things. That's why I'm not on Facebook. They did the same fucking thing. Trying to get on my PayPal. I have it written down. Shit I don't remember. I have written down the PayPal password.
But you can't say forgot password?
I can't, but it's just too much for me.
No, I mean to say forgot password, and then they send you
Yeah, I don't know. It irritates me.
I know, it irritates me too, and it pisses me off.
So-
money.
You're out of your skull. I got it written down here. Just so I will remember. But the thing about it, I haven't used it in over a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what? You forgot about me?
Oh, did they send you one of those emails that you have to change
They
the
send me
password
the
to?
password's not the right password or some stupid shit. Yeah, just like Instagram and Facebook. My password's been the same one forever, and like, how are you going to tell me different?
Because they're PayPal and they have all your money. They can
So
do
we're
whatever
like,
they want.
F you. You don't know the password, and screw you. You need AI or something. Get it together.
They said it's our money now.
Right? Oh, I'm glad you're nice. Any plans for the 4th? Well, you know, I didn't think about it. I think I would like to stay here in Humboldt County. Hey, this guy said, do you have any plans for the 4th of July coming up?
It's just gonna be here, man.
I don't have to be home till the 7th. So I'm thinking I want to stay here for, what am I going to do? Santa Rosa on the 4th of July. You know what we do? Or Keith, what?
It'll be 106 there.
We would go to the peninsula. Or that's where I would go. It's on the 4th of July. Out there, camp out and stuff.
Which peninsula?
The one where the bridge goes over the bay.
Oh, you mean that peninsula? Okay.
Yeah. What's it called?
It's like Samoa or Manila?
Yeah, Samoa and Manila, yes. That's where I go on the 4th of July. Camp out, hang out. And it's fun. Maybe I'll see some people that I know. Yeah.
That was probably a little rare for you, actually.
And edibles don't work for me.
Edibles don't work for you, or
It only worked one time. I ate a Kiva candy bar or something and it worked. I bought this other candy.
Corova with
No, you got to eat the whole candy bar.
Well, it depends. It tells you how many milligrams are in it.
Yeah, I need 100. You can't eat
Corova,
5 or 10 or that's weak.
Blackbird.
You got to eat the whole candy bar.
Corova made a brownie that was 1,500 milligrams. I don't have it up here, but
and they cost like $25-$30. Yeah.
They had it when I left LA. They had it in LA when I left LA, but they didn't have it here.
And then you might have a 30% tax hike. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm guessing $30 out the door.
Oh no, it wasn't even that much back then. Could be $30 now. With our Trumpflation.
I can't see. Goldsmith. You're rolling up north? You want to snipe me? Just give me your info. We can meet at Ramon's. I like wild berries, right?
But that's Arcata, man. So
Yeah.
Talk local.
Oh, Eureka. We got 2 new Starbucks here. Before there was 1, because I'm a Starbucks. I used to be a coffee whore. Now we got 3 Starbucks. They said, you know what? We don't care about your organic, don't panic stuff. Because we're like hippy dippy. Not Eureka. Arcata, there's no Starbucks. You gotta go to McKinley. But I'm just saying. So the money's moving in this town. Yeah.
Cal Poly Humboldt's changing it too.
And the development is too, because I seen this 7-story thing. I was like, I need a job. They said, we don't want that in our forest. We don't want that in our or in our backyard. It's like, help me. There's no development. And then all of a sudden come back, there's a 7-story. I don't know if it's Gadco. It's a major one. And they're probably union. I don't know what union is. Shoot. It's not like I could just go to Kinko and bootleg a union card. I used to do that with my press passes, just to think in the pit. Take photographs of stupid people.
Pretend you're important.
Keith, you would be really good if you come to my stores with me, because my friend Steven, he goes, oh, this is this person, this is... I'm like, I don't know. I only get the main celebrity. When the flashes go up, that's when I always get my pictures, and they were nice enough to not say, hey,
so you're saying you have pictures of people and you don't even
I have a coffee table book that's like 20 years old. I don't know what celebrity, but yeah. In my storage of not just bands, but actors and celebrities or shit. Yes, I do. But it's 20, let's just say pre-2000, so it's 30 years old. Yeah, give or take.
So you need someone old like me to know who they are.
Yeah, because I'm not good. I don't know. My friend goes, "Oh, you got that movie?" Like, I have no
I'm
idea.
bad with faces, but I
Oh, you are? Yeah. So
but it depends. You know,
I have a
If
lot
they're
of
celebrities, then I might know who they are.
actors and shit, but it's the photographs are 30 years old.
I might say, oh yeah, I recognize him. I have no idea who he is.
Mm-hmm.
This is just not ready yet. Everything else is, so you're about to be handed a big plate of food.
Me?
Yeah.
It's done?
Well, we'll be in just
Okay.
a little more.
Mine can be well done.
It's kind of medium-ish now.
Kinda. Okay.
I mean, it's medium. On the medium. It's medium rare. How's that? It's kind of in there. It's not it's not beyond medium. But you want to be.
Oh, you're going to Seattle.
I'll give you a little more heat on it.
Okay. I'm in Eureka. So I'm here for one more week. I want to spend a day, me time, riding my bike, going up to Trinidad. You know, I have a friend up there I haven't seen in a while. Yeah, I miss him. I want to see my friends because we're all getting old. And it means the world to me. And I got butthurt because I did not get to see him the last time I was here.
Butter?
Well, yeah, because, you know,
Butter sucks.
a little busy, but, you know, he's like my homie. And, you know, miss him, love him. And I'm telling you, he was a caretaker of Moonstone. He's hooked up, he knows all the people in Trinidad. He lives up there, or he lives in Moonstone. And he's got a reputation of being a good, honest, like, he's caretaker of the thing. So he's, you know, yeah, I want to get to know him because, like I said, it's who you know, and then he knows the community.
Yeah. He doesn't happen to live in that one funky looking house that's right.
He lives on the top. On the top?
There's that one house that's kind of funky looking.
It's a little fun, but it's above Moonstones.
Yeah, it's above.
Yeah,
that's
where
above it. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I'm about to give up and pull this stuff off right now. Oh, let me look again. I'll look again. Don't worry.
So yeah, he's a good dude. He's native, and he doesn't drink anymore, but he smokes pot. And he doesn't mind me drinking, which is good.
Does he have really long hair and ride a bicycle?
He has long hair, but I don't know if he has a truck.
Okay. Yeah. There's a guy who lives near the forest above Trinidad, and he goes out on his bicycle every day, blasting music, and it's like Elton John and
Oh yeah.
all this stuff. And we were trying to shoot a film up there, and we asked him if he could, you know, turn down his music, and he just ignored us. And just like ha 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 ha. And he's going around in circles where we were shooting, so we couldn't, you know, it was like we only had like, you know, 20 seconds where we couldn't hear his music too loud to be able to shoot. And so we actually kind of closed off the path one time for him to be able to do it.
You have to pay him off, grease his
No, you know
palm.
what he did? No, he was just pissed off and he was high. He was doing a joint the first part, you know, before we were shooting.
What was that like?
That's me.
Oh, that's you.
Sorry. Sorry, man. And so anyway, we tried to block the path, and so we could talk to him. And I tried to, you know, hey, you know, like slow him down, you know, like, hey, can I talk to you for a second, you know? And he just got more and more assholey. And so when we tried to block the path, and this is a bunch of my students, he comes crashing through the middle.
Oh wow.
And actually, you know, just hurt a couple of people, and you know, he actually sped up when he saw us, and went right through the middle.
You're crazy.
Yeah, he's crazy. So
Like more crazy than us put together.
Oh, you know,
Yeah.
he was just ignoring anybody but himself.
Yeah,
He was there.
but
This is
he's
my
little.
path. This is my path.
Yeah.
This is what I do every day. And he does,
Oh,
he does
okay.
it every day. So,
Oh wow.
yeah.
Uh huh.
Yeah, in the afternoon.
That reminds me of someone.
You?
Uh huh. Right?
Who could that be?
Because I'm bullheaded and stubborn too, like that at times.
Okay, it's a little rare. You can nuke it if it's not enough.
No, I don't want it rare.
It's not. It's a little rarer than you like, but it's medium.
Okay. Yeah, I'll like it like that.
Yeah.
As long as it's not rare.
I don't think it's rare. Rare is a cold center. This is a warm center.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna eat. I'm gonna show you my cook-off. It's not my cook-off. Keith is.
Bring it over. Bring it over. Bring this thing over. I can't take it there.
Okay. Let me film it first. Let me bring my thing in.
That's what I'm saying. Bring it down here and let's show you.
Okay. You can't see me eat because you'll never be able to take me anywhere. We got potatoes, carrots, all these veggies. But you can't see. Only I can see. Smoking some pot. I gotta drink my beer really quick. Cause I'll drink one after.
Hey, can you get that door, please?
Yes.
Just push the knob. That's all I need. I can kick it open. Hold on. Can you come and pick your veggies? I'm not going to make a plate for you. I'll just put your steak on it.
All right. It's chow time. And I love to eat, so we might as well stuff my face. So I'm with good friends. I had to really get there. Staying busy. You know. It's good for the mind because everything's positive and I don't have to focus. Like I'm stuck at home and worrying about trying to make things positive. It just flows naturally. Or something. So yeah, I miss that.
Fucking hell.
Okay, so like I said, whatever, we're going to eat out inside and you guys are going to stay outside just because. we think about that. So you can talk amongst yourselves, but you can't come in. you don't have to go home, but oh fudge, and you don't want to watch me eat anyways, because you'll never be able to take me anywhere. So we better drink this beer really quick. Yes. Alright, let me smoke a cigarette. I'll bring my plate out so you can see it. Oh, are we backwards? Oh, backwards stuff. I'm a little backwards. So whatever. Who cares, right? Who gives a shit? I don't give a shit. You know how come? Because I'm in the forest. I the coast right there. Stuff. Even though I've been busy, we're gonna enjoy it. We're gonna get lost and stuff like that. I'm not that old. I'm gonna pound that whatever, down around. We're gonna be so on it. Just right now, I'm tying up some loose ends, and then I won't get to spend a week at my storage. Hopefully, one day or something. All right, let me try to pay attention. Who's in here? Metal Madness. Hey. Ozzy's last show is in July 5th, streaming on YouTube with the original Sabbath on the 5th of July. Wow, that's awesome. Thank you so much for that, Metal Man. I love Ozzy. I'll tell you a story. So, when I was young, I was into a lot of music, but I really liked Elton John. So, Elton John was my favorite. Oh, I wish I could be a singer like Elton John, or, you know what I mean? And then, had some different friends that were all into rock and roll, so, Van Halen, Ted Nugent, Aerosmith, and, Led Zeppelin, and stuff. But when I heard they were really into Led Zeppelin. But when I heard Ozzy Osbourne and Sabbath, it was like, that was the moment that I became mesmerized, or some shit, right? And I was like, oh, fuck. That is the one I relate to the most, or some shit, or whatever that connects. It's like two sides of the coin, because the other one is Led Zeppelin, right? So I always say Led Zeppelin, but Sabbath is, I wouldn't say it's number, but it's like the same thing. It's like, it's like a little, wavy gravy or some shit. Like, well, it's a little here and over there. But yeah, so both of those bands. So I was lucky enough to see Ozzy. I was lucky enough to meet Sabbath, and I met Ozzy twice. And the members of Sabbath once. I got to see Ozzy once. Me and Einstein went, to Reno on Easter or some shit, right? Yeah, it was Easter. So the Easter Bunny was like at the Ozzy Osbourne concert, right? Hey, Persley. So I'm gonna smoke my cigar. I'm gonna drink my beer. I'm gonna go eat inside with Keith. I have this kick about saying grace. So I better go. He's waiting. I said I have to eat now. So you have to stay out here and talk amongst yourself, because we got too many trolls and do-gooders and stuff, and I'm technically not supposed to be streaming, but he said I could. And I was like, okay, and now we could go. Like, here, I'm gonna make a play. Okay, so this is our meal. I'm sorry you have to stay outside. It's only because the do-gooder, whoever called animal control on me, so I have issues now. And I'm kind of like, had issues to begin with, and now got more, so. So, I don't know. Hold on, let's put it right here, and then we'll show you like this. Steak. And that is... I'm sorry, you have to stay outside. And I'm a little lit, right? So I don't know if I can use that for an excuse, but I'm lit as fuck. So we're gonna go inside and eat, and come back and get more lit. Okay, you just have to be patient and wait till I return. So now you have to talk amongst yourself, and my people need to find out who in the fuck was that do-gooder, because now Look at me. I just cannot. I cannot bear it. So you must pardon me, and I'm hungry, so chow time. We're gonna say grace. Yeah. Are you guys still in here? So we ate. We had a wonderful meal. Wonderful conversation, which you guys missed because I have to be cautious. I'm technically not supposed to be streaming because this is my personal life. These are my friends. And the last thing I need is some do-gooder to go, hey, God, and then interfere. So I have post-stress from fucking Simba. And so whatever. So I'm streaming. I hope you guys fucking behave so I don't fucking shoot myself in the head. Because it's fucking ridiculous. I'm having a good time right now. Hey, Mario. Marlon. So, maybe Keith will come out here, we'll smoke a cigarette, and maybe you can hear some stories. This is my friend. I don't want to bring any problems to my friends, because, you know what I mean, they're my friend. Had a really good day today. Was busy. I haven't really, been hanging out with Keith, hung out with Miss Jenna, spending time with friends. But I'm going to have some me time to get on that coastline, of course, get lost and shit. I got lost in Mendocino, which was pretty cool. Thank God I chose the right direction and made it back alive. So the food was wonderful. It sure was. So, my streams are personal. I think, if anything, it should just affect me. I'm very paranoid. I'm very cautious now about that stuff. I don't want no fucking attention. I just want my regular crew. No trolls, no do-gooders, no drama. I know it's not Saturday or Sunday, but I'm just saying. And it affects me, because we did this dance so many times, and you should not let the stream affect your life. So every time you stream, you're taking a chance that it will affect your life. And I don't like it. I like it in a positive way, but not in a negative way.
Me, I'm drinking again.
Oh, you got a Modelo.
Yeah, you got another one in there.
Yeah, I saved one.
Good morning.
Oh, I have one in there?
I said for the, yeah.
I do?
Yeah.
Oh, good for me. No, I can't drink. I have to work tomorrow.
You can't drink tonight? Is that what you're saying?
Tonight, but not tomorrow.
When does that ever stop you?
Because I have to be on my best behavior. Because Mom.
I might have seen a little rat go or a little tiny mouse go in.
Oh, I want to catch it. I catch mice.
There it is.
Where?
It just skittered across.
Oh, where's my steak?
It's in the fridge.
I like little mouses.
I hate them. I don't want them in my fucking yard. I'm gonna set traps for those motherfuckers here.
I love everything. I catch mice and snakes and rats.
Mouse traps and rat traps don't catch.
When I worked at the resort, I would pull them off the glue things, and some of them would die, and some wouldn't make it. Yeah. And let it go. And I hated doing that part of my job, but I had to.
Yeah. Yeah, I do not want fucking mice around here.
Oh, you want to adopt a varmint?
Nope. No, I'm not a cat man ever. Cats don't care about me, so I don't care about them.
Yeah, they're different.
They're cute.
They're independent.
I just lived with 2 of them at a time. I was going to say 2 of them, but there were 2 sets. For 12 and a half years, I lived with cats.
Oh,
okay. And one of the ways that helped me cope was I would, when you'd hear songs on the radio, I would change the lyrics to, cats and how much they stink,
Huh?
Like, the song Love Stinks.
Uh-huh.
Cats stink. Pee you. Cats stink. Tie the pussycats down. Boys, tie the pussycats down. So I'd sing songs to them, and they loved me because I would sing to them, and they thought it was just loving. Because they knew I was addressing them when I would sing. Because I'd look right at them, you stinking. You stinking pussycat.
What's new? Oh, my beer. Hold on.
Oh no, you were in the middle of. Oh no, you dropped the beer. Even worse. Good Lord. So what are they looking at there? The side of the house?
Uh-huh.
That's pretty boring, for God's sakes.
I know. I told them I would do it because what they did to Simba Mm-hmm.
Oh, so was this recent?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I had to wait for somebody to get better before I could leave. And then Miss Jenna needed me time. And I told him I didn't want to stream on my road trip because it affected my life.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't want it to affect, my friend's life or something because of me.
I can give you a little spot in the bin there and turn on the lights for you. You can do that all night.
So, yeah, no, it was fucked up. It's a good thing the ranger was a good ranger. And he said, your YouTube buddies are bothering me. A waste of my taxpayer resources, so I'm not very happy. Plus, it reminded me of what I went through Einstein, which makes me mental. Bullshit. Pure, fucking, total, utter bullshit.
So the, what do you call them, the blog Nazis?
I don't know. I don't know who it is, that's the thing.
No, I mean the streams. What do you...
They're trolls. They're called trolls.
Okay.
Or just people like whoever thought they're a do-gooder, or I have no clue.
They try to make themselves feel better by putting other people down.
I have no idea.
What you're doing is illegal. How about this? They're a bunch of fucking Karens.
Oh yeah, I like that saying. We're gonna make a T-shirt. You're all a bunch of fucking Karens, right? We'll make a T-shirt with hippy dippy fast.
I met my first.
Oh fuck.
all my friends that are named Sharon or Karen. Throughout
Oh
my life,
shit.
have all changed their names to various things.
Right.
Because they don't want to be known as Karen.
Oh, that's sad. Poor
But
thing.
just a couple of weeks ago at the grill, I met this woman and I asked her what her name was, and she said Karen. And I said, really? And I said, thank you for keeping your name. She said, I said, all my other Karen friends are gone. They're Kari and Care. And,
Oh shit. Hey, MR.
Because they took a good, a decent name, and just randomly, maybe the first Karen that was called out was Karen, but now everybody's a Karen.
Oh darn it.
For like 6 months, I remember you couldn't go on YouTube without the first three things being all the Karens, best Karen moments and all this stuff.
Oh shoot.
In fact, Di told me she was going to introduce me to her friend Karen. And I went and I said, oh, so you're
plot
Karen.
thickens.
I said, so you're Karen. She goes, and she goes, it's Kari.
Oh
it's Kari.
my goodness.
Yeah.
She said no, it's Sharon, not Karen.
Yes.
Okay.
It's Karen, yes.
Karen.
Yeah.
Or the Koran.
Well, when Iran takes us over, we'll see what happens to us then.
And I ran. I ran so far away.
Instead of forcing us to have the 10 Commandments in our schools, we'll have to have the Quran in our schools.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Their equivalent of the 10 Commandments, behavioral.
I think we should have the Native American church with the...
You should have a what? A Native American church?
You go... Get the... yeah.
I was going to say, did I even take a hit? Yeah, I'm sure I did.
You're not the only one that's camera shy. I hardly ever show my face on stream.
Really?
Well,
You'd probably get more money if you showed your face.
I know, but I'm camera shy. I have no teeth, and I want to see what kind of total idiot I am.
Then grow a real long beard that covers your teeth.
Huh?
Or go to one of those places where
I'm gonna get vampire teeth. You know, they're popular. Like humans think they're cool and shit.
Or go to one of those places where they just take all your teeth out and they give you one implant on the top and one implant on the bottom. And you get a
That's what my friend said. He said he has a dentist, because you know a lot of people don't have teeth, but they have teeth. You know what I mean? And me, I'm whatever.
On Medi-Cal Dental, you could have them all pulled, and they think they give you a free set of dentures on the top and bottoms.
That's what my friend said.
But you're better off to get implants if you can afford them.
I don't want that stuff.
I'll bet there's somebody who will give a charity case.
Right, we're dumbass. What you see is what you get.
If you look long enough, I'll bet you could find somebody who would give a charity case for you.
No, my friend, he says I could help you and get that done because he has friends, and I'm like, I think I'll pass.
Hey, do it. I'll tell you why. You know why to do it? Because you're getting older, and you know what happens when you get tooth decay. I
die sooner.
No, we have tooth decay leads to heart disease.
Whatever, I die sooner.
You get heart attacks.
When your teeth are all in, that's when you die. Do I look like I want to get old? I don't have no Medi-Cal or no whatever. So.
My teeth were fucked up, and I was going to lose them all because I had deep infections. And I went to USC Dental School, and one quarter at a time, one quadrant at a time, they took my gums up and pulled them off and scraped all of the infections off of my teeth and sterilized them. It was brutal, but at the same time, I realized I was going to have I had at most a year to live without having a heart attack.
Yeah, because when it gets that bad, that's when you know.
Yeah. So, thank goodness for those
modern medical.
No, the dental students that spent hours and hours on my fucking teeth.
It's modern medical.
Yeah. Okay. Now I think I need to go back because I'm still smoking, which is probably your issue.
I went to the doctor. She said, "You smoke? Like your blood pressure, everything's fine." Yeah,
but what the hygienists, because I know I'm having dental care that I'm paying for. Actually, I'm paying for the hygienist, but
oh, I know why you're watching me. I'm sorry.
Did I lose my train of thought?
Your hygienist.
Oh, the hygienist said, she's saying you got a problem here and you got a problem there and you got a problem there. And he said, "Oh, are you a smoker?" And it wasn't my normal hygienist. She said, "Are you a smoker?" And I said, "Yeah." And she said something else about, you blah, blah, blah. And I said, "Well, I want to keep my teeth." And she goes, "People who want to keep their teeth don't smoke." Which is why I'm wearing the patch now. And as you said, it's not working.
Maybe in today's world. What about in the old world?
Actually, in the 50s, a woman went into...
Have you seen them old people that get buried and they got all their teeth? Like from...
Yeah, they don't smoke.
Maybe they're not using fluoride. Maybe that's what it is.
Fluoride helps our teeth but hurts our brains.
It does. Closes that third eye.
Rich was telling me he grew up in Hoopa, Did you know that? He was born and raised in Hoopa.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said he lived there.
Yeah, he grew up there.
Okay.
And he, what am I saying? Oh, he said that they brought fluoride into his group, where he was. But he said the people right on the other side, they didn't. They didn't have fluoride. But where he was had fluoride. And the other people that he knew that were like across town or on the other, side of the river or whatever the fuck, he said they didn't have fluoride. And he said he was so happy that he had fluoride because he had all his teeth still. And he said those people were losing their teeth in their teens. They're falling out. So the fluoride does help your teeth. But it doesn't mean we have to ingest it in our water. We can put it in our
they put it in your
teeth.
water.
Yeah.
So you'll be dumber because it affects that thing you're talking about in your brain. It closes that third eye. Something in your brain that closes it, and
That's what the government wants to do to us anyway. They want
Shuts it off.
be Big Brother, and so we don't have any thoughts. We can just be the slaves.
It kind of numbs it. I forget what part of the brain it is, but fluoride kills it. You know, because you said it. It affects your brain.
Yeah, it affects your brain.
Yeah,
but not what I know about it. They said it supposedly lowers something like that.
Yeah.
Lowers the IQ.
Whatever is the enlightenment of your brain to open up the supernatural realm, it destroys that part. That's why there's no more alchemists, and if there is, maybe they don't do fluoride.
Well, I know somebody who sees auras.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Truly, I didn't know it at first, but I knew the guy seemed to know everything about everybody. I mean, who they are and people. This is when I was producing, and he was my AD. He would tell me people I had to look out for.
Oh wow.
He'd say, "Oh, look out for this guy. He's trouble." And sure enough, he was always right. And he told me one time, actually, when I had only worked with the guy for 4 days. Talked to him, maybe an hour or two on the phone. And let's see. There was a rap party for the show we'd worked on, and he only filled in like 4 days as a substitute at the end. And so he wasn't, the main AD there, but he just came in sub. And so I stayed in touch with him. And what am I saying? So there was a rap party, and he said he wasn't going to go. So I convinced him to go. Come on, it's a rap party, you deserve to be there, and blah, blah, blah. And it was in LA too, so it wasn't like we were shooting in Kalamazoo, but it was in LA, was the rap party. So I kind of browbeat him into coming. Okay, I'll show up. So he came, and he stayed for just maybe half an hour, said hi to everybody, and then he was leaving. But before he left, he goes, "Keith, I have to tell you something. Your girlfriend, she doesn't care about you. She's just hanging on with you because she needs you to take care of her for now. But as soon as she can find someone else, she will drop you without even thinking about it. So you have to be prepared for that." And this is a guy I barely knew.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't say anything. But I was thinking, who the fuck do you think you are? Who the fuck do you think you are? And I had my own suspicions about the girl, and it turned out he was 100% right. Yeah. But I actually threw her out, so it was a different. But I saw stuff getting worse and worse. Yeah, she was trying to. Yeah.
So he connected with her, and whatever came out of her mouth, he relayed it to you.
He just saw her. He didn't come out of her mouth.
Really?
Remember, he's the aura guy. He saw her aura.
Oh.
And he just knew. And so I'd worked with him on 3 different shows for like a year and a half. Show after show. So we worked together a lot. And we became good friends. And then we worked together on a different show with a really insecure director. And so it's me, the producer, him, the AD, and the director, and we're all in the car together, and we're driving somewhere for like an hour and a half in the car together, and we're kind of talking while we're there. And the director, instead of talking about the show and the things we should be talking about, asked the guy, how do you be so fucking smart? How do you know this? Why would you even say that about someone? How could anybody, where do you get this kind of information? And he said, well, actually, I don't talk about it, and I keep it quiet and stuff. I don't broadcast and, keep it to yourself, but, I see auras. And he said, I forget what his story was that he gave there, and it turned out to be a different story, actually.
It's like a light around your spirit.
One was he had a motorcycle accident and got hit in the head and blah, blah, blah. And another was he just started to see it, and he talked to his grandmother about it, and she told him how to accept it and not deny it, but also how to hide it from other people, because other people wouldn't understand it. They would think you're a freak. And this is when he was pretty young. So his whole life he was he was from India.
Oh wow.
And he was a federal narc. And he got shot a couple times. and then came out here and started working as an AD. And he was the best AD I ever worked with.
Wow.
Yeah. But now he's not even working in the business anymore. He was a DGA first AD. And
what is that?
At Directors Guild of America. So he was like a union AD, and he was a union director. But he hadn't directed yet. But he was in the union as a director. And
but hooked up with the guild.
Well, so he's all hooked up with the guild, and then COVID came, and then the guild just didn't do anything for him. And I was actually reading up that Hollywood is really hurting right now.
Yeah,
there's not enough production going on. I don't really understand that because it was all the Hulus and all the different networks that are still putting out movies every couple of months. Why is there no work in Hollywood? I guess because the unions chased them out, and they go to other countries where they don't have all the money. Yeah, Canada, etc. Yeah, most of them are
my friend, I had a smart friend. He made the Scare Beatles on the first Mummy movie.
Who was it? What was his name?
Oh, let me see. Oh, my memory. He's so smart.
He's the bug guy that I worked with.
He said back then, that movie's 40 years old or something. He said back then everything was moved to Australia or a different country, and he was pissed because there's no work in America.
Yeah.
That was way back then.
Mm-hmm. You know, when I was starting my career, and I'd worked in Hollywood for 2.5 years.
Let me think. Fuck, is that bad? I can't remember his name. That's fucking horrible.
Well, when I went to, so I got out of film school, struggled to start working in the film industry, and it was like for 6 months I didn't have any work at all, and then it was like I got 2 days work, and then I got 1 day work, and then those kind of rolled into more jobs and stuff. But it was like I struggled like hell for the first year, and then I was starting to get a role, and I was doing a role and stuff, and I was working. I was turning down more days work than I was working, and I was turning down like 14 days a week in work because I was working 7 days on the jobs that I picked and wanted to work, and so I was just burgeoning in my career, and I was going to be successful. And she lived in Texas, and she seduced me. She saw that I was smart, like Phi Beta Kappa and stuff, and so she was so she was interested in me, and she wooed me, and she had money, and she she just took really good care of me, and she dragged me to Texas, right? So she kind of cut my career short. So I went to Texas, and here I am, a film producer or commercials. I did for commercials, television, and features here. Before I went to Texas, and I went to Texas, and the only thing there was commercials. So I started, and nobody in Texas would talk to me at first because Texas is a closed club.
Okay.
And if you're not in a club, they don't want to know you. They don't know anything about you. You're foreign, and get out of here. What are you doing here? So, and we were in San Antonio. First, she was living in San Antonio.
Oh, I love San Antonio.
It was okay. It's a great place to stay for a week because you can have a great time every night for a week. But after that week, there's not much else to do than those 7 things you've done, and it kind of gets boring.
I was there for 6 months.
You were there for 6 months, yeah. And
but I was sucking ass. But it was great. They were nice to me. I didn't get any fights or anything. The cops were nice to me. They never said, "Hey, cops." No one called the cops because I smoked pot and drink beer in public.
So anyway, I started producing commercials in Texas, first San Antonio and then in Dallas because we moved to Dallas, and I was quite successful. I was I was getting the best jobs. I was doing Burger King, McDonald's. I was doing car commercials and stuff, and I was like one of the producers in some groups. There were some groups that I still wasn't in, and they had their own people that were the best.
But you fit in.
I fit in, and I was making money, and everything was great. And then, well, my wife, we had a child together, and my wife was almost 46 years old when she had her first child, which was ours. And it wigged out her hormones, and she became a raving lunatic, postpartum depression. And so it hits women who have had their, if you've had a child before you're, 35
My mom
or
had
40,
one at 50.
yeah, that's fine. If you've had a child before that, then it's fine. You can have a child up to 6, as long as you still have the stuff, and it can even be later. In fact, the more active you are, the more likely it is to be active later. But or perhaps, I don't know.
For women.
For women, yes, but if and she was way past 40. She turned 46 less than a month after our daughter was born. So she was almost 46. Excuse me, was it a month? Yeah, less than a month. And then so anyway, so we got divorced, and I was coming back to California, and I was still working in Texas. She'd already left with the kid and the dogs, the 2 dogs, 2 cats, and the kid, which tore me apart. But I was still in Texas, and I was working. And what am I saying? And I'd made arrangements from people. In fact, before we even talked divorce, we were going to move together back to L.A. because I was successful enough there, and I had contacts in L.A. to come as a commercial producer. And I had like 3 different companies that I could walk into and work as a commercial producer in L.A. We were ready to move together. And then, so anyway, so I came back to L.A. I actually came back with all these people, and I called them before I even left. Hey, blah blah blah. And I come back, and I'm settling in, and I actually look and find and buy a house, a little tiny postage stamp house in Culver City, and I move into the house, and I take all my stuff out of storage, and I put it in this little tiny house. It was too much; it was packed. But then, and I'm thinking, okay, now it's time for me to look for work and call the guys and stuff. So tomorrow I'm going to do that. So I called, or did it online. I forget what at the time. It was late enough. I could have done it online. I might have just called. Whatever it was, I ordered Variety and Hollywood Reporter because I was back in Hollywood. And I wanted to get back in the industry. So they come in at like 6 o'clock in the morning, and they're both on my doorstep at 6 o'clock in the morning or 8 o'clock in the morning, whatever time it was. I think it was early when the first one hit. And I look, and both of them have the same thing: Screen Actors Guild commercial actors strike. And so they went on strike, and they struck for I think over 8.5 months. And what happened in those 8.5 months was you couldn't shoot in California, you couldn't shoot in LA, you couldn't shoot in the US for Screen Actors Guild. So you had to go to another country. And you can't tell McDonald's or Burger King or Procter and Gamble, that they're not going to make their you can't make advertising. They're going to go somewhere else to do it. So they started going to other countries, and what they learned was, when you go to other countries, you don't have Screen Actors Guild media. You don't have to buy the media. You don't have to buy the media dollars. So the thing is, when an actor works in L.A. Or at Screen Actors Guild, actor works on a commercial, a national commercial, or even regional. If they're union, when they make the commercial, they get their day rate for the days that they, whatever. But if they appear in the commercial and the advertiser wants to use it, they have to pay you every 6 weeks. They have to pay for your media, so they have to buy your media. So if you're an actor and you appear and you speak, and you actually speak in a commercial, then you and in the first run of the 6 weeks, you get about 40,000. This was this was back in the 90s that I'm talking about. So I'm sure it's a lot more now. Commercial, and they'd make like $45,000 to $50,000 in the first 6 weeks, and if it ran again, they'd make $80,000. And then if it went on, they'd make a little less each run. If it went on for years, they'd make less each run, but still they're getting money every 6 weeks.
What is it called? Residuals?
No, these are not residuals. The residuals work with screen actors in television and features. This is media dollars. There's no residuals. This is, you can't use the commercial unless you license my image every 6 weeks.
I see.
So the actors get paid. So we would make a commercial that in Texas we made them cheap. We could make them as low as I think we made a couple for $40,000, just bare bones. But most of them were, even the bigger ones, we'd only it was less than $400,000 to make 2 or 3 commercials. but that was Texas, and in California it was, you know, LA especially, it was a lot more. It was like, you know, double it.
Because they use a lot of images from LA
but
and up
so
here.
it doesn't matter. Say you spend $1 million on a commercial, and you're you spend $1 million on producing the commercial and paying the you know, everything you have to do. That's a lot, actually. That's a lot for a commercial. In fact, nowadays they're spending like $10,000 and using somebody's, you know, internet camera and making it work.
Because there's like not real
things have gone down, but you won't see Coca-Cola or McDonald's or something that has image to protect. They're gonna spend the money, and they're gonna have high quality, you know, people and stuff. But anyway, what am I saying about commercials? Where was I going? I lost my train.
Well, they went across the country and got cheaper.
Oh yeah, so that when the Screen Act, so when the commercial actors came back on their strike. Oh, and one thing I remember about the commercial actor strike, because it was driving me crazy, because I couldn't work for 8.5 months. There was no work for me, and it started, you know, as soon as I started looking for work, you know, it's like fuck.
Yeah.
And you know, here I am. It was about 4 months after I'd moved here that I'd come back to California, that I had my house and was moved in. I was quick, you know. I said, look, now let's get some work. And I had no idea. So this one of the things that the one protest of the Screen Actors, you know, they had a rally or whatever. They went to this. They all rallied. They had hundreds of them show up, and they were protesting, and they're screaming, you know, unfair, whatever they were saying. And the guys in the building looking out, and I think they did graphics or something like that. It was titles or post-production or something. They never hired actors, you know. Whatever they did, they didn't hire actors ever, and so building with a bunch of people there, and he comes out and said, "What are you guys doing here? We're protesting you for being unfair to blah blah blah." And he goes, "But I'm a, you know, whatever it was, post-production or special effects house or whatever." He says, we never hire actors, so we're not being unfair to you, you know." And the people at the SAG is just like, "Oh, really?" And so they're like, "Oh," and so they just all put their shoulders down and walked off, you know, like, "Oh, what are we doing here?" So that was their one. That was back in '99. That was '99, and then what? So they had their strike and everything. Meanwhile, everybody's gone. If you have 6 actors, it's going to cost you $1 million to keep your ad on, just to pay the actors for their fucking image. Excuse my language. Am I allowed to say fuck on your?
I don't care.
Okay. So you have to pay the actors so much for that. And they realize when they use any other foreign country, they don't have to pay any of that stuff.
Yeah.
So suddenly they save $1 million by going.
I'm sorry, I
shooting
didn't mean to laugh.
In Canada or shooting in, you know, they go to South Africa. And I knew I was involved in a lot of commercial, you know, ad agencies.
That one of my friends so pissed
when they were doing this stuff, and I've heard my wife was a commercial producer at, you know, big agencies, national agencies and stuff, and so what am I saying? People were making decisions on what director they wanted to work with. You know, they choose ad agencies when they choose a director, when they're choosing who's going to make their commercial. Okay. They choose the production company that has the director that they want. Okay. So and then they get that director, but then the production company has to bid. So they always have at least 3 to 5 that they'll bid. At least 3. It's standard. And in fact, you can't get away with 3. And most people say, "How many people did you bid?" And you say, "Oh, it's all 3. You know, the 3 best." You know. Anyway, so where am I going? Shit, man, I'm getting too detailed here. So anyway, the decisions they'd make as to which director they would get would be the director that would be willing to go where the ad agency decided they wanted to go. So what do you think? They'd ask the director, "What do you think about shooting in South Africa?" And they'd have already talked together and say, you know, "Where would be cool to shoot this? You know, where haven't you guys been before?" So they were actually enjoying the fact that they didn't have to shoot in the U.S.
In the U.S.
You know, they'd make their decisions for those whole 8.5 months.
That's why the president was all about Hollywood or something.
No, it's different reasons. His own internal reasons is why he's conflicted. But So when the actors finished their strike and they came back and they said, "Hey, we're back," there was still no work in the U.S. because they'd chased away all the people, and they realized, why do we have to shoot in the U.S. and have to pay these fucking actors for the rest of their lives? You know, anytime we want to run our ad again. So it's next Christmas and you want to run last year's ad because it did really well, you got to pay those people all over again. In fact, I think if it's been, there's probably a deal that if it's been down and if it's not continuous, then you have to start over. So you have to start with the 45 grand or, you know, 45 grand for each actor again, you know, to restart it. Is it worth it, or should we just shoot another? Well, I hated that one bitch in our commercial, so I don't want to have to keep paying her. So let's get some more.
I'll tell you a funny story, right?
Tell me. Yeah, I've been talking for hours.
So my friend Steven, he made that Charlie the Angel thing. He wanted to film in Topanga, like near my waterfall through the tunnel. I said I need $200, Steven.
Wait, in Topanga? Okay.
Off Grandview. I got a waterfall right across the street.
Okay.
And tunnel.
Did you live there?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
So, yeah, I lived in Topanga. And I said, I want $200. Whatever. So you rent a studio, right? A green screen and shit. Funniest shit ever, because they put up with Heineken's fucking around. Like, I'm not an actor. So, got a green screen. The thing go like this on the bottom. Like I've lost it because I haven't been out of Hollywood for 4 years now. And it's on. I know what to put, but I put a Starbucks cup. Yeah. So I put a Starbucks cup over here. Fucking hit my golf ball up that wall, and it goes into the Starbucks cup. And I have to hit it hard, so go up the wall, right? And when it roll up the wall, and nobody says anything because my friend's renting it. And I hit my golf balls with a beer in my hand.
That would probably cost you $300 if anybody saw you do that.
I got Heineken sponsors, right? And I'm helping them do whatever. And I'm hitting my golf balls up this wall and hit that Starbucks cup 3 times, like. And people are good at it. Then I got my tennis racket. Got my tennis racket, beer in my hand too. Same thing with my golf balls.
And this is why you're on a set with the film crew?
My friend's renting the thing to shoot a Charlie's Angel thing. I'm trying to find for you. Yeah, so he rented the studio.
We always had insurance.
What?
We always had insurance and we couldn't do that.
Well, whatever. He rented some studio in near Glendale, like Glendale Harley Davidson, somewhere over there.
Okay.
And got my tennis racket. I hit it the same thing with a beer in my hand. I'm hitting it, and the tennis ball is green, and those guys they didn't say anything. But yeah, I got to do it. It was the best. It was great because I hit that Starbucks cup 3 times. Like,
anybody that I know, anybody that I work with, anybody knew anything about green screen and how expensive it was to repaint and how
I'm pounding my tennis balls against it.
Yeah, I know, but still, it's like, I mean, when you're talking about somebody, you're renting the place for, and you're renting it for 10 grand a day.
It wasn't that much.
No, I know it wasn't, but I'm saying when you have all the equipment and stuff, and just the gear before the people is like 10 grand by the time you have all that shit in there, and so they're gonna make sure it's absolutely perfect, and the people are gonna make sure it's perfect. 2 people, the director of photography and the special effects person. And they're gonna make sure that the DP, the director of photography, wants to make sure that that his image is photographically perfect. That's his job, photographically perfect. And the special effects guy is saying, this won't key if it's not the same color. You know, if it's not exactly the same, and it's not completely.
Well, this is low budget, like low budget.
And you were in a place where they weren't watching, so if
no, they were watching, and they let me get away with it.
Really? Okay. No, but I mean, the people who owned the studio weren't watching. They weren't in on you, breathing down your neck. You didn't have a stage manager there watching you.
You know, whatever. They let me get away with it. Whoever they rented it from.
Yeah, that's cool.
They didn't say, "Hey, cocksucker." Yeah, they didn't bother me. They just kind of looked at me and didn't say anything, and I just kept doing it because I was having so much fun.
Oh, here I'm on a Burger King commercial one time. Oh no.
I went down the wrong button.
Oh yeah, okay. You alright?
Yeah.
So it wasn't a Burger King commercial, I was a PA.
Do you think I could get some more nuggets, please?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I told you. Let me know if that. You're supposed to have 3 or 4 by now, and I didn't give you any.
I'm sorry, I'm drunk. Right, and guess what? I have another beer. Let's see. Well, I'm sorry to bore you guys. I think maybe I should just end it. I think I need me time. Do you guys want a 420 it before good night? I'm having a good time. I haven't really got lost in the forest around here yet, but I will. Tomorrow's Friday. We got farmer's market, and we got another farmer market in another town. I don't know when the arcade has it has an art night, right? Or a party night, and all the businesses are open. You could go in every business. They got like coffee or stuff, and it's just like, it's really neat. And then they switch. Like one night it'll be Eureka, one night it'll be Arcata, and the other night it'll be Trinidad or something, you know. And I thought that's really cool because that's their own flavor. Santa Rosa, we got bike night on Tuesdays, which I haven't really done. Oh, thank you. So we're smoking some sativa today.
It's actually a hybrid.
A hybrid.
Yes, it's Acai Sunset.
Don't you want to go to the pot store, Keith?
I'm not buying pot from the pot
I'll
store.
buy you some.
No, I don't want you to.
Let's go and just all try it.
Why no? I'll tell you what. We could go to one of those places. Have you been in the what's it, the Eco Lounge?
Oh, that one where you can smoke pot inside?
Yeah, and and also the Crisp Lounge that you talked about. You saw.
We've seen one somewhere.
Yeah, and I think you have to go to the dispensary and buy their weed, and then you smoke it.
Yeah,
there.
and then you smoke it.
Yeah, so that's something we could do together. But otherwise,
Okay.
I'm not going to buy.
Okay, that
yeah,
sounds
I'm
cool.
never buying one.
Because I've never done that. They have one in Las Vegas in that area.
Yeah.
I've never done it.
They have one in LA called the Loft, and it was a dispensary, and it was just you can go upstairs and get high. And the Loft was perfect because it was all set up nice. They had a room that was all like video games, so like 5 people could all be in their own screen, or they could have one together and stuff. And then they had a pool, a room with like 4 pool tables in it. They had a room with a ping pong table, and they had all kinds of fun party stone shit to do. And then they had a bar, and it was just the bar was nothing but weed. And and it was free, to sit there and stuff. It was good to tip the bartender, the bud tender who was there. She wasn't the bud tender, but they called her the bud tender, the bartender. And she would, she was cute and everything. And it was funny because everything,
probably hot as fuck.
She was one of the people's niece or something like that, and she just happened to be young and fresh and decent looking. And the main thing was she was just totally cool. And I'll tell you, it was fun because, what was different was if you wanted a bong, it was free. So would you like a bong of pipe or paper? And a bong, please. And they give you a bong that was perfectly clean, just like immaculate,
fresh.
like factory clean, fresh. It wasn't fresh, but it was clean, fresh. And they give you a bong for free, and they did other things for you free. But if you wanted a lighter, you had to give a $20 deposit and leave your driver's license.
Uh-huh.
So that was their only rule.
Yeah.
But
That's great.
And it was cool, and she was just cool, and it was hip, and it was fun to sit there and buy the new pot. That's when I was buying in dispensaries, and then go and hang out with whatever her name was. And the funny thing was, she's talking to people about how good it is to have the place there, because this was in Woodland Hills.
Okay.
And it was right on Ventura there. I forget exactly where. But anyway, and it's gone now. It was a different place, and they moved somewhere else, and they didn't. It was just the dispensary. They didn't have the place anymore. But they had a special license. It was legal for them to do this, and it was really set up nice. And the bar was just great. But here's what she said one time, and I thought was just hysterical. And I tried to whisper to her that, I'm not sure if you should be saying that. So what she says is, it's great to have this here because, we're in Woodland Hills, and a lot of people here, they go down to, even up to Ventura, or, something.
Very nice.
They have a big, no, they go all the way up to Ventura. They have to drive.
County.
So they have to commute. They have to commute to the coast or something, like Ventura or
County,
Santa Barbara, or some other place. And she goes, and the traffic is just fucked. She goes, so people will come here, like 5 or 6 o'clock, and they'll sit here and they'll be able to get high, and then wait for the traffic, and then they drive home. Yeah. And she goes, and they get to drive home high. Yeah. And she says, shoot. I don't think you're supposed to say that.
That's great. That's awesome.
But she was just, and she's so innocent. And everybody there was totally hip, and they're like, oh yeah, man, that's great. I think I'm going to think about that next time.
Oh, fudge.
Yeah, let's get high and drive. But, which I do all the time anyway, but it's just not a good thing for a place that's got a brand new license that's kind of iffy, for them to say it's great.
Because in Vegas they had to do it on the reservation because they couldn't do it, on the thing. So they bribed the reservation or worked something out where you could go on the reservation and do it.
Oh, so there's a place in Vegas?
Yeah.
Okay. Do they have like peyote too?
No, that's stuff sacred.
What's that?
That's stuff sacred.
Okay.
Yeah, people can't do that.
Oh, people can't do that? Okay.
No, they got to do it ceremonial. I mean, people can do it, but no.
Can I tell you a story I heard about Oliver Stone? Oliver Stone, the director. Yeah. He did The Doors.
Okay, yeah.
So I think it was on The Doors. I knew people that were on a couple of his shoots. They're different shoots, so pretty sure it was The Doors. Had his own story, other stories about The Doors. So one day in the shooting, or one weekend coming up, he leaves.
It's coyotes. No, it's a dog.
Yeah. Toby would squeal too. He had a squeal that would come out sometimes. He never squealed all the way, but his bark would start with a squeal.
Yeah. I noticed the coyotes in Topanga Canyon sound totally different than the coyotes up in Lassen.
Yeah, different.
But they howl from,
different dialect, different accent.
It sounds a little different to me. Yeah. They sound more like wolves or something.
They may be more affected by wolves up here. I mean, they may have heard wolves and think, oh, that's a better sound than us, so let's try that. It's just like an influence, like a music thing or something. Yeah. What the fuck was I talking about? Damn if I know. I was on a roll, too. I was about to get somewhere.
Can you guys help?
Yeah, when I started to lose my brain, when I was teaching. What the fuck was I just saying? And,
well, I sidetracked you.
Yeah, I know you did, but I'm not blaming you because it happens to me all the time. It happens to me when I
I do that and interrupt people.
When I scratch my knee and I'll say, what was I saying? It's like, but and now I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah, so there. This will sound good on the blog. Keep it back in your archive.
Yeah, this one I get to keep because I just listen to music and get copyrighted.
What music?
Like whatever music's on the radio or whatever country hour music I'm not listening to.
Oh, so you're not allowed to play music on it at all?
So they get rid of the video.
So they what?
They get rid of the video because it's copyrighted.
Oh, so you put this up with the copyrighted music on it and they're going to erase it?
Yeah. So this one, there's no music, so we
I
keep
see.
it.
So this one, okay, I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, you've been speaking in clip sentences. You know, you know what you're thinking, but give me, it was just yesterday. What was yesterday? What are you talking about? Fuck.
I don't remember yesterday. What the hell are you talking about?
No, I'm saying anything you said. I know what I was saying. I was saying when I first started, my story was when I first started losing my mind, and I'd be teaching in the classroom, and there'd be like, I don't know, usually about 20, 25 students in the class, and college, and when I started. When I did a semester at I did a semester at Syracuse College.
That's on the East Coast?
I know it is, but they have a semester in LA, and so they were looking for film teachers, and they needed a line teacher, and so I taught a semester there, and these students were smarter than hell. They were smarter than anyone I went to film school with. They were that age, yeah. So they were definitely really smart, and they were
Syracuse.
They were
That's
good.
New York.
They were good, yeah. Syracuse, New York. The good film program. You needed to get into the program. I think you needed to have a 3.9 grade point average, almost a 4.0. So they took only the elite students that wanted to be film, blah blah blah, and they were prepared. These guys were ready. But anyway, so here I am. Here I'm getting stupid, right? And these guys are really smart, and I'm trying to keep up with them. And then I have one of my brain farts where I just go, okay, I'm in the middle of a fucking story, and I'm about to finish it, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, what the fuck do I say? So with the smart ones, it worked well, because I knew they were all paying attention, even if they weren't looking at me. So I'd find one that I knew was smart enough, and they all were actually, but I'd find one that would play, and I knew would just snap back, and I'd say, Peter, what was I just talking about? And Peter would say, you were just saying blah, blah, blah. And I said, okay, good. I just was checking on you, Sending my story. I got away with that a good dozen times with them before I just started laughing one time. And I said, sorry, guys, you figured me out.
You got me.
Yeah.
I got my eye on you.
Actually, I had really good reviews from that. I don't know what you call it, the director, I guess, of the program.
He's all like,
my boss told me that she wasn't allowed to do this, but she'd never seen reviews as high as mine, so she sent me the originals, not the printouts. She said, you're not supposed to get these until she said, but I've never seen them like this. I want to show you this, and so all my students gave me like whatever, the top rating and blah, blah, blah. But almost every one of them said, aside from times where he seems a little scatterbrained, his enthusiasm was blah, 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 and he got so much good information from him that it was okay, but he seemed a little scatterbrained at times, but we always got all the information. And if we asked him, what something that we thought he'd skipped or something, he'd go right back into it.
Right? Like, help me.
Well, actually, you know what?
You help me, I'll help you.
It wasn't.
Let me help you. Or let you help me, or however.
I'm talking about my brain going because of age. I'm not talking about, I wasn't high, I wasn't, like I've been drinking or anything like that. I was just fucking, my brain just started to get crusty around the sides. They're a little brittle inside, something.
My saddle slips off the horse quite often.
What did you say?
My saddle slips off the horse.
Your what?
My saddle is slipping off the horse.
Oh, the saddle slips off. Oh, that's what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, quite often. I'm gonna get another beer.
Okay. Got it. Okay, good. Oh, there's a fire close to Target.
Oh, wow.
There was. At 10:34 tonight.
Hey, everyone, I can't see shit. Spirit in the sky, midnight, happy face. Hello, everyone. I'm talking to my friend, and we're a little lit.
We.
Uh-huh. Just a little bit. What did I smoked that joint? Oh, it's right here.
You know, I smoke 2 bongs in the morning. I smoke 2 bongs at night. I smoke 2 bongs in the afternoon. It makes me feel alright.
We need to find a festival. The 4th of July is coming. And someone said, what are you going to do? I think I'm going to stay right here. And I was going to go home early, but no. What are you going to do? 4th of July down there? No.
Wait, isn't Rosie going, isn't he leaving and you have to be there?
Yeah, but the 4th, so I could leave on the 5th.
Oh, so he leaves on the 4th?
On the 7th.
He leaves on the 7th.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay, I thought he was.
So I have to be back home by the 7th. I just wanted to get there a couple days early, but I still will if I leave on the 5th.
I'll probably kick you out before then because I think my girlfriend will come in.
Huh?
I think my girlfriend's coming.
Oh, really?
After not on the 4th, but sometime shortly after. But I'm not exactly sure.
That's cool.
Yeah, so.
When you go down there, you need to come by and see me.
I thought about it. Yeah.
Right,
But I'm usually actually, just trying to get the fuck there.
Yeah.
Or get the fuck home.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, it would take me, if I stopped and saw you for an hour, it would be like another 2 hours. It'd be a 6-hour trip then, or, if I stayed and had dinner with you, it would be an 8-hour trip. But I get in really late.
You'd have to spend the night, you'd be stuck with me, and then you'd be mad at me because, I see my girlfriend.
Also, all those times I was going the last year and a half, I was, it was medical shit.
Yeah.
So it it wasn't fun and games, it was all heavy head shit, they're going to check this and get an image of this, and then they'll see how bad it really is. So, yeah, it was all in my head.
Well, I'm there if you ever decide. I'll say, hey, cocksucker.
Yeah, it would be fun to see Rosie's place.
It's like, smoke some pot. I gotta go. Bye. I hate to smoke pot and run, but we'll see ya.
Are you signing off?
No, you.
Oh, me, yeah, okay.
You come by, right? No, there was this one guy, right?
Well, one time I came by you, it was when you were working in the houses.
Yeah.
And you couldn't see me for more than
yeah,
I gotta go.
Because I was working.
You better get out of here because
well, I had a job.
No, you didn't. You weren't throwing me out, but I felt like I was going to get you in trouble if I hung out.
No, my bosses were cool. You could have came on the job site, fucked off with me, because I was kind of like the lead.
Yeah, but you were helping somebody, and you were right on it. He was opening boxes and and you were right on helping him. And I was like, okay, he needs to be focused because this guy that he's helping is being pretty demanding.
So living with my roommates, my friends, this one guy, he would come and he was alcoholic, and he would go like this. He would come by our room and he would go, hey, do you guys have any booze? And we go like, no. And he go, okay, bye. And you go like, oh my goodness. So it reminds me of what you said. So you just come by.
Your voice is a little loud.
Oh, just come by, smoke a joint, and say, see ya.
I just work at my neighbors, I know they like to be quiet and everything.
Oh, yeah.
If there's somebody here that thinks there's a party and you're fucking yelling at me.
It's a bear.
And I see it, I feel you.
It's a bear.
So one time the bear, I heard something like somebody was crushing something.
Uh-huh.
Like somebody was trying to knock down a tree or something like that. And it was right over there. And it's where the bear, is that's where the bear takes his trash and opens it up. He finds his shit that he wants and it leaves the rest. He's not very tidy. But so it was like late in the morning. It was like probably 2 or 3 in the morning. And I had my little flashlight here, you know, the super, this motherfucker here, it's a super bright tight, and I shot that right down the hill. And right where I thought it was, I could tell by the tree with the light on it where you know where the base was. So I went down to the base, and I'm flashing back and forth, and then I see these 2 eyes come up. These 2 eyes. He's got a big fucking eye. It's gonna worse than me, man. I was afraid I made a bunch of noise for my neighbors. I was like, I wonder if they hate me because I smoke so much pot and I cough so much. And then you're doing at least as much as I am.
Because your town shuts down there. My town shuts down there.
Yeah. Well, I got 2 kids next door.
Oh.
Yeah. One very young. I'll try to spit on the... No.
Well, I tried. I can't spit. A girl can spit better than me.
And then try to spit in that direction. And if you hit the rail, it's okay, because I scrubbed that off anyway. Try to drink and when you cough that much, if you put something on your throat, it can stop the irritation that makes you cough, I find. It doesn't stop the stuff that shit coming out of your lungs, but it can stop the throat irritation.
I drank and it went down the wrong tube, but it didn't go through my nose. Sometimes it goes through your nose, right?
Do you have my lighter? What happened to my lighter? No, you don't. You see it? Okay.
Oh. What the fuck is wrong with me?
There it is. I put it in my lap. What did I think?
He's all like, where are my glasses? Oh, they're on my head.
That was another thing when I was teaching. Because I would lose track of my glasses. And when I was lecturing, you know, and I'd sometimes have to look, and sometimes, not often, but I would look at notes. and I'd start, you know, look, where are my glasses? Where'd I put them? Because I'd put them on my head, or on my neck in the front, and the neck in the back, you know, in the pocket, or this pocket, or that pocket, or this, you know, all these different places. And so I would train my students. I said, if you ever see me looking, you know, do this thing, you know, kind of Columbo. And Columbo, who's that? You know, these are all like millennials. They have no idea who Columbo is. So anyway, if you ever see me looking, you know, I said, and you see my glasses on, I said, just point to it for me. You know, just point to it for me. So it'd be like 5 or 6 of my students would be like, on your head right over here. Point. That's how you do it. That was a little thing, you know, we had, you know. I think they appreciated it. What do they call it? The nutty professor.
Yeah.
Fuck needs help.
That's classic.
Yeah, I'm talking about all the embarrassing things. I'm glad my face isn't up there. And you told them my name's Ramon, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Johnny Ramon.
Johnny Ramon, yeah. Esquire. No, excuse me. PGA, that's it, what it is now.
We tried to give Buddy a beer yesterday, but the billy goat knocked it over. The baby billy goat. So nobody got any, just me, because I only brought 2 beers.
Well, actually, I think the problem was Buddy hasn't drank a beer in so long that he forgot to open his mouth, because we couldn't get him to open his mouth.
Yeah, well,
and then so you tried to pour it in the bucket. And that was, once you had it in the bucket, you were going to bring it over to Buddy. The fucking goat knocked it out of your hand.
But they say they spoil Buddy. The girl spoils Buddy every Friday. All of the Billy goats and everyone.
What does she spoil? What does she spoil him with?
Beer.
Who does? What girl?
The girl that works at Genesee.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, Jenna's getting some weight.
Well, she just had a baby.
I know. I wasn't complaining. I was bitching.
I think she's adorable. She's my best friend.
Yeah. She said that about you too.
Kind of had a little personal talk today and shit.
What's that?
Had a little personal talk today and stuff. And I was like, yeah, so got to talk to my son's mom and stuff. And whatever this bitch does, I still
Wait,
love her.
Wait, your son's mom? You have a son?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
So my son got in an accident. He needs a new leg. He's crippled. So his mom got a hold of me. And
How old is he?
I don't know, 37?
Your son is 37 and his mom's
36.
Okay, wow. How did he lose his leg? I guess
He got ran over.
Over.
So, trying it, and then got to talk to my son once. And then his mom, we've been kind of texting, and she's finally being nice a little bit to me.
Okay. They want money? What are they looking for?
Nothing.
Just support. Just let you know. Where is he? Where is he?
He lives in L.A.
When was the last time you saw him?
He was probably 18, or no, 16, 17.
Oh, so it's like 20 years.
It's been a while. His mom kept him away from me.
Yeah, with good reason. No, I'm sorry.
Right.
I couldn't resist. So what is she keeping? But she's not keeping you away from him now.
Well, because he almost died. He got ran over, and he, he's in a wheelchair. And
Yeah. Okay. It's good that she lets you
no,
know that.
this bitch ghosted me for 10 years. Okay, I'm not fucking too happy about that. Yeah.
What? She didn't let you talk to him for 10 years?
Didn't know where she was, or know like you give a shit every Christmas, or I love you, or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I had a similar experience with mine.
It was, and then with my son and stuff, and then she won't talk to me, and then finally, been fucking months.
Do you want to see him?
Of course.
Okay, then yeah.
That's why I want to go home, volunteer for the Palisades.
You didn't tell me all this stuff. I knew there was some. I was like, what the fuck? Why would you go there now? It's burning. It's burning. It's a burning hell, and you're gonna go back. It's a burning hell infiltrated with armed Marines and.
Well, that's why I'm here. The last thing I want to do is get stuck down there.
I'm telling you, man, they're gonna deport your ass.
That's okay.
Syria or Nicaragua.
Right? We're
another
like
one they're talking about.
we want like, how about an American woman, right? Who go somewhere where they're like, boutique.
They're gonna start deporting people into the middle of the Sahara. They'll build a little sandcastle for them and blow down. And just be stuck out there with no water or nothing. Yeah, that's what we want. Oh, wouldn't it be lovely? Sorry. A little dark there for a minute. white and I have a real ID. And if a bunch of guys come up my driveway with masks on their face, they're going to get shot.
You know, it's a good thing my mom's dead, because if you fuck with my mom, I fucking swear to God.
Yeah, well.
And I think that's justifiable homicide. When someone attacks your family or bothers your family, it's justifiable homicide. In my eyeballs.
In your eyeballs, but the government would look, especially
I don't care.
Especially the government now that's completely surrounded by sycophantic people who ignore the law.
Shit.
Oh, I said my the headline that I read already that I thought was so good. The costume or the cosplay cabinet. They put on the clothes and pretend to be Secretary of State and Secretary of Defense.
You know who I love from his administration?
Bondi or Barbie?
Caroline Levitt.
Oh, you like her?
Uh-huh.
Oh, she's evil.
Love her. She's so smart and like represents.
Did you see her lose it? She's been losing it lately.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but yeah.
Well, here's my theory on all that. When you build a web of lies, the only thing you can create from a web of lies. Here you go. Listen to this, Maga. The only thing you can create or produce or sustain from a web of lies is a house of cards. Yes. And all it takes to lose a house of cards is one of them falls or the slightest wind blows.
Well, only time will tell.
It will not withstand the slightest hint of truth.
Well, at this point...
It angers them, and they call it fake news now.
I believe it's all lies. So, what are you going to do? I think only time will tell. We'll find out. Wait and see.
Well, I've been protesting. Glad my picture isn't up there. Yeah. I've been protesting at the 50501s, and I went to the last No Kings.
Yes,
here in Eureka, so yeah, it was here.
I really like her.
And I was there with my 15-foot flagpole with a 7-foot inverted flag, which upset Blackbird.
Yeah, that bothers me.
I explained to him how to explain to him and show him all the other ones that were there, and we were making a protest. And he said, "Why would you do that?" And I said, "What it means is we're in distress." And we're in distress, and he didn't get it. And then when he saw the protest, I showed him a clip of the protest.
All the flags were like that.
41-second clip of the protest.
99 out of 100.
And he saw me walking with my 15-foot flagpole and my inverted flag that was waving in the wind, and my sign that said "Trump murdered Epstein." Yeah, I put that on your
And I'm going to make a sign, and next protest we're going to go together. Mine's going to say, "Trump and Epstein are butt buddies."
Oh, so let me jump back in here. We were talking about commercials and everything. So when I came back here and I didn't have work for basically a year, I ended up working in features, television, and that was it. Features and television. So, yeah, I didn't, no more commercials. I did a total of 3 commercials in 22 years after doing over 200 commercials in 6.
Oh, wow. All right, hold on. I got to use the bathroom.
Oh, man. I would embrace your stream with the live action Bongler close up. But I was finishing up a cigarette, so I didn't have a chance.
Oh. Hey guys, do you know what time it is?
I do. Give me a second.
We're gonna go get Buddy some horse treats.
It's 1:25 a.m.
Oh shit, I have to go to bed. I have to be responsible.
Are you starting at the same damn time?
I can start whatever time I want. But
It's your call.
I would like to start at the same time, yes.
Okay, we can do that. You fucker. I'm kidding you.
You know, I mean,
No, I'm teasing you. I wouldn't say I'm doing it if I wasn't willing.
I'm not that old. Fuck yeah, I wake up.
I think you should smoke another of you should finish that. Then you have
Joint?
a big joint there.
Yeah.
Well, they're trying not to cost so much. Try to take a little.
I have to. I'm volunteering tomorrow, so I have to wake up, be responsible.
What, tomorrow's volunteering day?
Well, yeah. I don't have much work, but I do. But at the house, I think a couple hours, and then I'll be gardener.
You had like 8 today.
Yeah, so I don't want to push it, but I want to do something, and whatever.
You love this girl.
Huh?
You love this girl.
Yeah, but we're just friends. We're not compatible. Yeah.
I saw her tears well up a little bit when she saw the sweatshirt that you gave her.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't know what it said, and she turned it around and finally I could see it.
I'm glad she liked it. But no, I can't afford no fucking joint. Like, what would you do? Give it to her? Fuck, I'll keep it at that point. Right? Shit. I'm just kidding. The clothes are like kind of hit and miss. That's why when I said she got a Harley Davidson, I'm like, come on, babe. Because I sent her all kinds of Harley Davidsons. Not cheap. Different states, different dealerships or runs, whatever.
You ever see a movie called The Suicide Squad, 2001 or 2021? The Suicide Squad.
I don't watch very many movies.
You should fucking watch The Suicide Squad. It's one of the funniest movies ever. It's hysterically funny all the way through.
When Simba got hurt, I watched Breakfast at Jiminy's because Audrey Hepburn's all cats.
We're waking up in 5.5 hours.
Yeah. That's what I did in Vegas every day. The XTC out there is $5. They do it. That's a popular thing. They all do it at work. It's like, are you kidding me? They give it to me for free. It's like, no, I don't want this shit. That's a weak psychedelic. I don't even know psychedelic.
Ecstasy is not supposed to be a psychedelic. Ecstasy is a mood elevator. And it's a euphoric.
whatever the Ravers do it.
You don't get any visuals off it, but you're not
Molly, whatever.
Actually, you do get some visuals at the end. You get a little crystallization and what do we say?
I like the candy flipper. I like to do that in acid. Yeah.
You get like snowflakes with your whenever there's a light. You get snowflakes.
I like to get. Oh God, I haven't done that.
Here.
I'm old. Fuck, what happened? I'm not that old. Okay, we're in Humboldt County. Let's find out where this Hippie Dippy Festival is. I said, Jenna, where's it? She said, you know, I haven't really been out to the festivals lately. I was like, okay. Oh, here comes a deer.
Which one?
It's a big one. I haven't seen this one. It's a big one.
You gotta lower your voice. They don't like the high voice.
It's a female.
Come on, girl. Good dear, come on. It's okay, he's with me.
A mama deer.
Come on, Mama.
Mama deer. Mama deer.
Oh wait, she might have kids. Look.
Yeah, she probably does.
Your voice is way too loud. You're freaking them out.
Mama deer.
Yeah, she's gonna come by.
Look, mama deer. Oh, mama deer, hungry.
Yeah, that's my deer.
Oh, mama
You're
deer.
quiet. It's okay, dear.
Mama deer.
Good dear. I have your corn for you.
Have you seen Rudolph?
I got your corn for you. Keep your voice low. Likes it low. Come on. It's okay. I'll get you corn. Good dear. Don't come up there. Don't freak out.
Mama deer. Mama deer. How are you? Oh, you're so good looking. Look at your ears. What kind of ears is those, Mama deer? It's okay. Mama deer. Got lots of deer up here.
I just cool them. Then they feel safe. I'd be
Mama.
out there on the phone, and the phone would be on speaker,
Uh-huh.
and somebody talk really loud, and it would freak them out.
Yeah. Mama deer.
So I have to say to people, shh.
Mama deer liked me. She said, hello, hello. I said, have you seen Papa Deer?
I don't know about you, but I'm going to sleep soon.
Me too, because I have to wake up early. I smoke my cigar, smoke this joint, drink my beer, and off to La La Land.
So what do you need tomorrow that you didn't have today?
I need eyeballs.
Oh, well, I can't help you with that.
I have to go to the hardware store, so we gotta wake up earlier, because I need some safety glasses.
Oh, I can probably give you a pair.
Okay, yeah. Those are safety first. My philosophy is on the money, unbroken. But safety first. But the first rule is unbroken on the money. In my eyeballs.
Oh, I gotta go here. Cool.
Mama deer. Oh, look, Mama deer. Mama deer hungry. Yum, yum. Mama dear, what you doing? It's time to go night-night. What you doing, that owl? Late. What you doing, Mama dear? Drink my beer good, but I have stuff to do tomorrow. Shoot. So right now I'm busy. I'm not really, chilling, but I will. Mama dear. Have you seen Rudolph? And Mama dear is eating. Oh, Cheryl. I'm a little drunk. I have to go to sleep now. Finish my beer. I didn't realize how late it was. We ate this super date dinner and stuff. And we just talk and talk and talk. And keep talking. And then we forget about what's like. I'm on vacation, but I have to be responsible tomorrow. So I have to wake up. That means I have to go to bed. So. Mama dear, let me see your ears. Look at your nose. Look at your nose like that, Mama dear. Oh, I'm just kidding. You're so good looking. You look like a mule. Have you seen any mules around here, Mama dear? Kind of look like a kangaroo. Have you seen a kangaroo? We're in hippy dippy land. I have to be responsible, but we're gonna get a little hippy dippy. Mama dear. So Keith has all kinds of deer that come up here. Got baby deer so cute, look like Bambi and shit. Cute as fuck. Right. I want to feed my raven. We have to go to Carl's Jr. I seen Buddy yesterday. And Buddy, he's so handsome. He got a friend. He got a little pony, a miniature pony, right? So Socks and Preston are together. And then Buddy, he got a friend because Cal entered the spirit world. So every time I go to the fairgrounds golf course, I always do a lap for Calvin. Yeah. That's always, every single time. And I try to keep up because I go, Calvin, he can run circles. And I try, and I can't ride my bike that fast. Mama dear. Oh, let me see her nose. Oh, you got a regular nose, Mama dear. Mama dear. How are you? How was your day, Mama dear? What are you doing? Mama dear. They're cute varmints, or animals. And they're not scared of anything. They walk around at night. I don't know what kind of eyeballs they have, right? Through the forest. Mom dear, what kind of tail is that? Let me see your tail. Are you shaking your tail? Let me see. Really good day today. So I tried to introduce you, or you, I've streamed with Keith, but there has to be kind of like a thing. I have to be cautious, and I really didn't want to stream at all, but considering the meal that Keith cooked and stuff, and then you got to actually experience my friend, so we had a conversation and stuff. But you know, I've had some things on my and not very good to me. So the last thing I want to do is rub off and stuff. So we gotta be very cautious. But we did have a good meal. We had some good food, some good beer, some good pot, good company, good stories. And then Mama dear made a guest appearance. I got to see Buddy. He looks the same. He looks amazing. He got Fran, Little Pony, right? Like Fran, because Socks and Preston are together, and they're all whatever, right? And so when Buddy we all low, right? So now he got a little friend, a miniature pony, right? It's cute, it's adorable, right? So now Buddy got a friend, I'm so happy. And then got more billy goats, like all kinds of billy goats. And this baby billy goat, right? It's so sweet, like, so I call it the baby Clover. That one, it love everyone. It's so, And then the other ones warm up to you too, so they all kind of love you. And then Miss Jenna got one with horns, and then I didn't get to pet that one, but she got all kinds of new billy goats. And I don't know all the billy goats because there's so many now. But Grandma Billy Goat came and said, Yeah, see, Grandma will be like, oh, you remember me? Grandma will be like, yeah. I don't know if it's a boy, whatever. He's like, I'm a boy. Okay, it's okay, Grandma will be like, yeah. I don't know. Thank you, but I'm kind of beat, but I did get to rest. I got my butt kicked in Mendocino because I got lost in the forest, and then I kind of beat myself up. So I'm recuperated. Yeah. I have to go night now. I have to wake up. Right? I have to be responsible and stuff, and I have to enjoy life, and then I have like other stuff I want to do where I don't have to be responsible. Uh-huh. I have to wind it down. So I know I'm not whatever in my streams or whatever. But I really would like to thank everyone for dipping in and dipping out and stuff. Yeah, because I'm kind of like whatever. I don't think I'm what I want to do is 4:20 if I'm not working. I want to start my stream and then light it like 4:20, have a Stonehenge festival every day or something, right? Because otherwise, look, like, okay. And we go, oh, well, it's 4:20 something somewhere. Or 5 o'clock, or beer 30, whatever. I'm confused now. Well, we would like to thank everyone, and everyone have a good night. Alright? Loving you guys. Good night.